Welcome back to another dicondissectional production, hosted by Deathstroke9, and his special guest this evening, Deathstroke8.
Yeah, today we're going to be reacting to
Cat Stevens, Father and Son.
Woo! Alright, so, you may notice that I have another person with me today.
Hi there, you two.
This is my dad. A lot of you guys requested this song on some of my other story songwriter videos that I've done for like Harry Chapin and Jim Croce. And you guys also asked that I do a reaction video with my dad. I've never heard this song. Have you ever heard the song?
I have not heard this song until today. I was doing some research. So the Legion has asked us in many comments to do a reaction song together. So I know that we discussed finding a good song, and it might be a little ironic that a father and son are reacting to a father and son by Cat Stevens. So I did a little bit of research because that's what I like to do, and I saw some fathers and sons reacting to this video. But this song here, when I listened to it, it really grabbed me emotionally. So we'll discuss it a little bit in our video tonight. I'll probably tell Daniel some things that he hasn't heard before, and you guys are going to experience with us, and I'm sure that Daniel is going to tell us some things that I'm unaware of right now. So, without further ado, Daniel.
All right. Cool. I'm excited for this. There's not
So
much else to say. So, before we start, I guess, if you're new here, hi, my name is Daniel, aka Deathstroke9, and here we react to music. I try to figure out what the lyrics and the music mean to me personally. Today we're going to be talking about what this song will mean to us personally.
Absolutely.
I'll bet it has different meaning for both of us. The name of the song is Father and Son. Not sure who the perspective this song is going to be off of in this video. Who knows? So, debated a little bit on where to put this. Sorry.
In the middle that looks good right there.
Yeah.
So if you're new to the channel,
normally it's down in the corner.
Please give this video a like if you like the content. Give us a subscribe if you like Daniel's content. Definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps him out. And if you really like this video, go ahead and give it a share too. That would mean a lot to just getting it out to more and more people. And that's what we're about, is spreading the good news about this great music. And hopefully this song and this reaction video certainly, it's filled with emotion, and it will be filled with emotion.
Oh. You're very confident of that. Now I'm scared.
I listened to the song one time, and that was this afternoon, and it might have brought a tear to my eye, and emotions and feelings that not many songs have brought to myself. While I do get emotional, a lot of different emotions when it comes to music, this one here, definitely, based on some of the things that I've been feeling lately, definitely was one that me and you had to dive into a little bit.
All right. Well, now I'm pretty excited and also a tiny bit apprehensive. Let's
get to the song, guys. Who's ready for this?
Not much else to say. We're just gonna get into this. You got headphones, right?
I got my headphones.
All right, let's do this. All right, guys. We've never done a dual reaction before, so I might need to get a little bit close here. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Cat Stevens, Father and Son.
Let's go.
Nice acoustics right off the bat.
Yep. I love the bass. This is going to be sad, isn't it?
It's not time to make a change. Just relax, take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to know. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you found something going on. But take your time, think a lot. I think of everything you've got, for you will still be here tomorrow.
Wow.
But your dreams may not. How can I try to explain? 'Cause when I do, he turns away again. It's always been the same old story.
Wow.
From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go.
Wow.
It's a conversation. He's not even really singing.
Should I pause it here? Sorry. All right, I got to pause it at least once. This is our first Cat Stevens song. I'm probably obviously going to listen to another song by him because this is really, really, really good. Wow.
Yeah. So I was not a big Cat Stevens fan, so I'm not very familiar with him. Lyrically, this is just it grabs you by the short and curlies. So I'm gonna ask you, son. Let's just get back to that song.
Let's just keep going. I'm gonna bring it back a tiny bit. 3, 2, 1. Cat Stevens, Father and Son. Let's go.
It's like they're just sitting on their front porch having a conversation, and this is background music.
Yeah. Wow. You're right.
Speaking to my soul right there with the music. Hear the piano? Listen to that.
It's not time to make a change. Just sit down, take it slowly.
Like the harmony on that.
You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to go through. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. All the times that I've cried, keeping all the things I knew inside. It's hard, but it's harder to ignore it. If they were right, I'd agree, but it's them they know, not me. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go.
Is that the end? Wow. Such a simple song, and yet it's so freaking powerful. Wow.
The lyrics are very simple in that song, but emotionally they are so deep and so profound. So I'm going to go off the deep end here. I'm a 44-year-old dad. This is my soon-to-be 17-year-old son in about 3 weeks. And I am having a hard time letting my son go. Knowing that as a father, I raised a man, not a child, to stay behind with me. And a little bit about myself, as I've told you guys before, I didn't have a dad. So this separation, I didn't experience. I experienced the loss, but not the separation like this. So we're going to dig into these lyrics a little bit, and Daniel and I will both give you our perspective on what this song means to us right now today. Keep in mind, I've been dealing with this separation for a long time, for a few months now, and part of me wants to resent my son. Part of me wants to squeeze him and hold him as long as I can. But as a father, knowing where I am today, knowing of past mistakes, I know that I have to let my son go. And while it hurts me, it means everything to me. I am so proud that I've raised this man up, that I know in my heart and in my mind that as a dad, It's time to let him go. So as we read these lyrics, I'm going to express to you, like I said, and he is going to express to you what they mean to us. So, take it away, Daniel.
Alrighty. All right. Wow. Okay. So, let me. Yeah, I can. Wow. All right. I'm gonna try to make this a little bit bigger so that you guys can see it. Should I bring it down here?
You need to make it a little bit bigger so I could see it.
No, you'll be able to see it because I'll. There.
Perfect.
That'll work.
Ah.
There you go. Yeah. All right. It's not time to make a change.
So wait, really quick. I do believe in this song. The first verse, the first stanza is the dad to his son.
Yep.
Then the second is the son to the dad. The third is vice
both.
versa, and it goes back and forth. So it's a conversation. The music that I was hearing, it was like they were time passed throughout a generation almost. It could have been 15, 20 years, 25 years, but it's all that was going on in a conversation over time on a front porch with somebody in the background just playing this wonderful acoustic background music that draws you in to this man expressing his feelings that I, as a dad, can very much relate to.
That's interesting. That's very interesting because he does. Once you get down here, so up here he says it's not time to make a change, and you said you felt that it was like passage of time, but then it's still kind of this. It's still hard, you know, like right at the beginning. This is young.
Sure.
Now 20, 30 years old or something.
But I believe that this song first takes place. It is a period of time of conversations leading up to this,
Sure.
and we could discuss it a little bit.
All right, let's see what we've got. It's not time to make a change. That makes me think that the son wants to make a change. That's obviously he's expressed that he's trying to change something, right?
So, it is not time to make a change. Just relax and take it easy.
Yeah.
So my perspective is I don't want my son to move on, right? No, Daniel, it's not time to make a change. I want to keep you here. Just relax and take it easy. You're still so young. That's your fault.
That's all.
I disagree. As a dad, and selfishly, I want to say, you're so young. What do you know? It's your fault. You have inexperience. But in my heart, I know that youth, that youngness, is a great gift. So as a dad, when I hear this, and it's telling me, don't be a dad that's resentful and blaming you that you're young. No, what do you know? I know that is a great gift. You're very knowledgeable, and you're young. Those are two things that lots of situations are missed, right? You're
Sure.
either old and you're wise, whatever it might be. You're young and you have a lot of wisdom. So there's so much you have to know. You know a lot, and you continue to show me that you gain wisdom as you learn things and you overcome obstacles.
Right.
So here he says, find a girl and settle down. So this is a dad telling a son, whoa. If you want romance, I have a 5-bedroom house. Go find yourself a girl. You guys could get married. You could live in my home. If you want to marry, look at me. I'm old and I'm happy. I disagree with that. He's old and he's upset.
Yeah.
He's kept his son back. He wants to keep him back. He's not happy. He's trying to guilt his child into staying. But at the end, you find that only breeds contentment and resentment later on. I don't want to live a resent life. To tell my son, no, don't do it. I encourage you, Daniel. I want you to do it. I want you to see everything and go explore everything. I'm always going to be here for you. I want you to spread your wings. I want you to leave the nest. While it hurts me, and I'll talk about it a little bit more, I know it's what I was as a dad. excuse me, I need to encourage you to do that.
Wow. All right. So this is from the point of view of the father.
That is correct.
And yeah, it does sound like you're young and it's your fault. There's so many things you need to know. Look at me. Yeah, wow.
So now I think this next verse is again the dad.
Still the father.
Right.
Yes.
I was once like you are now, so I'm trying to relate with him. And I know it's not easy. How many times do I tell you, Daniel, you could come to me about anything because I've been there. It's my way of saying I want to build a foundation.
Sure.
To be calm when you find something that's going on. This YouTube page is a perfect example. You found something that's exciting to you, and it's pulling you away from me. I'm telling you, hey, you know what? Let me be a part of it. Calm down. Don't do this. Don't do that. But that's selfishly of me.
But, I mean, all right.
But take your time. Think a lot. Why, think of everything you've got. A roof over your head, food, all the things that I've provided for you. And that selfishly, again, let me throw at you things that, I didn't raise you good enough to be able to provide for yourself? You've shown that you're able to provide for yourself. Whether it's your new computer, whether it's what you're doing, whether it was acting, walking dogs, whatever it was, what I have offered you was to a point. Then it's time for you to go and provide for yourself. At 16 years old, you have shown me you are pretty unique in ways that you can provide for yourself. Why would I want to hinder you from being able to accomplish those things?
Thank you so much for saying that.
You're welcome. Why, think of everything you got, for you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. So think about this. You have talked in your videos before on how some days you wake up and your dreams are just gone. In this case, it's a dad that wants to hold his son back from going out and accomplishing his dreams. What kind of selfish dad would I be if I didn't allow you to accomplish your dreams? I think sometimes selfishly that my son going out to accomplish his dreams means that he's leaving me and I won't be a part of it.
But I'm not going to leave you.
I understand that. And the last thing I want to do is push you away or have you come to a point where you think that I'm not going to be supportive. And how do you get there, you might ask? You didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. Is by me being resentful because there is separation. And he's going to talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But you will find you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not.
That's very true.
I'd rather, Daniel, you not be here tomorrow if you're going to go out and accomplish your dreams. It's hurtful to me, but it's in a loving, hurtful way. If you were still here tomorrow and your dreams weren't, I would have failed as a dad. I don't want that at all.
Wow, this song really affected you. All right, so then obviously this next part is from the son's point of view.
That is correct.
So how can I try to explain? Because when I do, he turns away again. It's always been the same old story. From the moment I could... Alright, so... How could I try to explain? As a person, I don't often try to. I have a mentality of wanting to do things for myself a lot of times. So a lot of times I find it difficult to go to you or to Mom for help about things. I'll try to fix it myself.
And you do a good job most of the time.
How can I try to explain?
So my perspective here is this is the son saying, how can I try to explain? Because when I do, he turns away. So when the son reaches out to his dad and say, Dad, it's time for me to go experience, the dad turns his back on him. It's always been the same old story, right? So the son keeps coming to his dad and saying, no, it's time. And the dad and it goes on. So when I said at the beginning it's time passing, it's always been the same old story. Now this part, I hope to hell this is not your impression of me. I know it's not. You've never told me it was. But when I see this, I don't want to be this. Right?
Yeah.
Now there's a way, and I know that you'll have to go away, and I know I have to go. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away, and I know I have to go.
So, it says, so from the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. So he's like, wow.
So there's a way, I know I have to go away, and I know I have to go. So that's the son. He's saying, Dad, over and over, those conversations on the patio that meant so much to me. I expressed my desire to go explore, and you kept trying to keep me here. Now I've come to the realization I have to leave.
Yep. He's like, it's almost like I don't have to listen to you anymore, almost.
So then the dad comes in again and says,
he repeats himself.
It's not time to make a change. Just sit down and take it slow. You're still young. That's your fault. Again, that guilt. Hey, Daniel, whatever the guilt is, let me take my guilt and throw it on top of you. What does that do to your dreams? So now you go out, you eventually leave, and you have this burden that I've thrown on you. I don't want to put my baggage and my burden on you. I want to support you. So if an airplane has wings, I want to be your wings that help you succeed to where you want to go. Don't want to be that thing that holds you back, but instead be that thing that encourages you. So the dad again still says, there's so much you have to go through. There isn't. I went out on my own when I was 16, 17 years old. I went on and I got to where I am today. Yep. Not that it's anywhere, but I got somewhere, right?
You got somewhere, all right. You raised me and my sisters, and you have you did a much better job than
You'll find a girl settled down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I'm old and happy. Au contraire.
So it's interesting that we're talking about this, because I know that we've recently had conversations along these lines where I would say stuff about putting
expectations,
guilt or expectations on me, as just like, if I would say, if you failed at something, now you want me to succeed at it, because, I don't know, it's like it's very interesting. So anyway, my point in bringing that up is that we've had conversations along these lines before, and I appreciate you saying these things to me, because we haven't really said that before.
I understand. So over the last few weeks, over the last few months, I've been struggling inside with it, and I don't want to be resentful. But when I heard this song, so something about me, I have lost from my outward expression. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. Then I look back, and I feel guilty inside. And forgiving myself is the hardest thing ever. Self-guilt is I could ask you in YouTube land, the Legion, I could ask you, son, for forgiveness and be okay. It's on you to forgive me. It's on you guys to forgive me. But the hardest person
to get to forgive you is yourself.
Is myself.
Yep.
So when I see this song, and I know what I've been going through lately, I don't want to live with that guilt. I don't want to look back and say, how can I forgive myself for not allowing my son to spread his wings and fly? Again, this song, when I heard it, It spoke volumes to me. It grabbed my emotion strings based on what I've been dealing with, and it kind of helped me understand how to be encouraging to you to let you go.
It was the first thing he mentioned when he got home, pretty much. Oh, all right. So now is this the...
This is the end. This is the sun.
This is the sun again. All the times that I cried, keeping all the things I knew inside. It's hard, but it's harder to ignore it. So earlier he said he knows he has to go. He knows he needs to leave. And he's saying that he tried to say that to the dad, and I don't think our relationship is very much like this one, but let me finish. So he kept saying it trying to express that to the dad, and the dad kept turning away from him. And finally, he's like, you know what, leaving is going to be hard, but it's going to be even harder to ignore what I know I need to do. And if they were right, I would agree with them. But it's them. They know, not me. So if they were right, if they were correct, then I'd agree with them. So this person considers themselves a rational person who tries to take the things in and make a decision based off what you know. That he's saying, you're talking about yourself that you know. You're talking about your own experiences. You don't know mine. And now there's a way. I see some type of light, or I see some way to move on or continue, and I know I have to go away. I know I have to go. Now, here's what I'm going to say to add to this. I think that this right here, there's a way, almost like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I have to get away. I know I have to go, is directly correlated to the fact that I try to explain and he turns away. So there is what you said as separation and resentment in this song. However, I think that we have a very open relationship, and because of that, I think that even if I move out, even if I go to college or make a career or get married or whatever it is, I'm still gonna be with you. I'm still gonna be here, like it's... In this case, it sounds like he's going to leave and never return.
So when I see this, I see this is from the boy's perspective. And as a dad, I try to put myself in my son's shoes. Not only my son's shoes, but he means the most to me and my kids mean the most to me. But anybody that I interact with thousands of people. I work for a place where I visit lots of people and see lots of people. And I try to be a salt unto a darkened world. So I try to put myself in people's shoes. So this last chorus here, I'm putting myself in your shoes and hope that I understand never to allow it to get to this. So when I see this song, it's reminding me, don't allow it to get to this point, because if you do, you're going to have that regrets, right? So that's why it's emotional to me. But
sure.
So this is the young man, and this is my interpretation, the way that I feel about it. All the times I cried, keeping all the things I knew inside. So the son is crying, keeping this inside because he can't even go to his dad because he turned him away so many times, and he denied the son his feelings. I don't ever want to deny you your feelings, no matter what it is. While you might have a hard time asking for help or whatever it is, I want you to always be able to express your feelings to me. It's hard, but it's harder to ignore. Yeah. So what he's saying, you know what? Me leaving is a hard decision. Me staying here is even harder.
Yep.
I would never want that, right? So my perspective, putting myself in that son's shoes, talking to his dad, hoping that it's never me and you, I never want it to be harder for you to stay with us, or for, yes, you to stay with us than it would be for you to leave. If they were right, I'd agree. If they were right, I would agree. but it's them they know, not me. It's them they know, not me. That's kind of a weird sentence right there.
No, it's...
But he's saying it's they know themselves. They don't
know
even
me.
given me the opportunity because they've turned me away when I've tried to express myself. They've pushed me away to where I've had to keep my feelings inside for so long that I cry in my bedroom and I can't show it. There's no other way, and I know I have to go away. I know I have to go. I don't ever want that to be... I don't want to be a ball and chain that prevents you from going out and accomplishing your dreams. So right now, it's a struggle because my mind is saying one thing, my heart is saying something else, right? Sure. And I have to rationalize and realize that I don't want to live with that self-guilt. Because at the end, one day I'm on my deathbed and I have to re-examine everything that I've done in life. And I look at the way that when it came time for you to leave, the way that I interacted with that, how would I be able to forgive myself if I threw my burden on you? And not that it's a burden. I want to realize today that it's okay, that I should be proud that you're spreading your wings, that I should be proud of the way that me and your mom raised you, that you're going to go out and provide for yourself. You're not leaving us.
No. Yes.
You're going out and creating who Daniel is, right?
Yes.
Again, this song had a profound meaning on me when I listened to it today. I wanted to share it with you. I hope that some of the expressions or some of the things that I've said, I hope you understand, Daniel. I don't want this to be us. Ever.
It won't.
I know it won't.
It won't.
But one of the great things about music, it helps me come in touch with my emotions and my feelings.
Yep, that helps me with that too.
So, this is the second or third time I've been on your channel, and I know sometimes
Third time.
I could be a little bit overbearing in our conversations.
Not necessarily overbearing, just loud.
I always say that feelings, sometimes you cannot put words on feelings, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you cannot express verbally something that's going inside emotionally. But when you listen to some music, sometimes there's an artist out there, whether it's through their lyrics or through their music, they understand those emotions that are going on inside in me based off of what they're conveying through their art.
Yep.
So this man conveyed that information and those feelings to me.
That's one of the greatest things about art in general, is how it validates your own emotions, makes it feel more universal in general, you know?
Absolutely.
And that's one of the reasons people will go get lost in music, because a lot of times it's difficult to validate your feelings around your a small group of people. If you take a look at the entire world, there will be many people who relate to you. But a lot of times in one household or in one friend group or in one smaller area, everybody has different, things going on. And so one of the great things about art is that there is a type of art for almost anybody to relate to, you know?
So,
and
I agree with that, and go ahead.
And I was just going to say it validates, again, pretty much, reiterate myself.
A lot of times in conversations and in different things, people are selfish, right? They look at it from their own point of view. So when you are dealing with something and somebody else validates that from an outside point of view, right? It's very interesting how this song, how some of one of the things that I really enjoy about your videos, you validate the way that I feel about a lot of this music.
Yep,
right?
you told me, yeah.
So I enjoy watching some reaction videos. Obviously, my son is that's my number one go-to reaction channel. But even some other reactors, they are validating the way that I feel about the music, and I want to hear them discuss what it means to them. But I want it done in a genuine way. This way I know that my genuine feelings are validated.
Sure.
Makes sense?
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So when I find a reactor that can genuinely validate my feelings, I'm more drawn to that. And I think that's what draws a lot of people to your channel. So,
all right.
Cat Stevens, father and son,
Wow.
I am thankful that you allowed me to do this.
Oh, thank you so much for doing it.
Yes, sir. I love you. You know that.
Yep. Thank you for saying a lot of the things that you said in this video.
Absolutely. They've been building up.
All right. Well, this is a pretty interesting video. Went on for 35 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it says it right down over there. All right.
If you guys stuck around for 35 minutes, I'm baffled.
Thank you very... Yeah, well, as I've said before, this will be an awesome video to look back on, you know? As a, like... I almost can't even imagine looking back on this video.
So, one of the things that... When I was on your live stream, right?
The last one?
Right, and yeah. I asked you about your... What your goals were for your channel, and you said so you could be able to look back
and see how I felt about a bunch of songs.
That's right.
This video, yeah.
I'm glad that glad that you guys are watching this. I am glad that you one day will be able to go back and know what I tried to.
Daniel.
You're gonna time travel now. Anyway.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me, Dad.
You're welcome, son. My pleasure.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for spending some time with us. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing.
Hit that like button, subscribe, share, show him some love. I show him love the best way I can. You guys could show him love the best way you guys can. Continue to watch him. Continue to support him.
Thank you. Yep.
Deathstroke 9, Deathstroke 8, out.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace and love.
Yep.